Disinfecting getting done. Danger being demolished. For 36 years, Royal Plus has been the company people across Delmarva turn to after disaster. They're there in all kinds of catastrophes, biohazard cleanup included. President Matt Otochowski says as of late, the phones are ringing off the hook.
A lot of our clients have just been asking a lot of questions. We've been trying to educate them and also help them feel calm, but also making sure they're prepared.
Oftentimes, being prepared means being preventative. Most of their clients are commercial businesses. That preventative process looks something like this.
Basically, it's a disinfectant that's being sprayed, and it's a 6-log kill. With the process, we actually get completely suited up. We want to make sure our team is safe, and we also want to, once again, want to make sure our customers are safe. So they'll have the full face mask on, the filters, and then also the Tyvek suit that is zipped all the way up, and then we do the tape and the gloves as a safety precaution all the way through. We go in and we basically spray the disinfectant. The electrostatic sprayers actually have electrical charge, and they actually help the product stick to surfaces. So that's more of a preventative, and then you go through and you hit all your touch points.
Touch points in an office setting are exactly what they sound like.
Anything that you would touch, the copiers, if you're something that everybody uses, the coffee pot handle, those sort of things are where it's a lot of touch points. And remember, it can live on a surface for, we're hearing all the way up to 9 days. So if that's true, then we just got to make sure that we're using best practices and cleaning in between each use.
If they were to perform in a reactive way, treatment would be even more intense.
If it's a confirmed case, then we're going to be hitting everything. We're going to be wiping as much as we can, the touch points, especially the area where that person worked.
Obviously, the goal is to not have to react. Matt says implementing best practices isn't just important, it's paramount.
This is no joke. We really need to work as a community, as a team, to make sure that we are protecting our families, our employees, and also ourselves.
Matt is serious. Even if you've heard this advice over and over, he says you have to pay attention and be practicing these 5 procedures.
The 5 are your hands, wash them often. 2, elbow, you want to cough into your elbow or to a Kleenex, make sure that it doesn't go. It can actually go 20 feet if you sneeze. And those droplets are alive, basically, and you don't want those to affect anybody else. Don't touch your face. We've been talking about that. We've been preaching that in our meetings and everything for the last month. It's like, hey, don't touch your face. And you know that it basically is respiratory, so it's going to go through your mouth, your nose, your eyes, and even you know, if just touching and eating. So you got to be careful there. Feet, stay more than 6 feet away from anybody if you can at work. And then if you really feel sick, don't be that person that has to go to work.
For those who are currently reporting for work at Royal Plus, big-time precautions are in place.
We actually have it where our team is coming through different office doors. They can only touch certain doors, use certain bathrooms, and it's the same people using those, so if something would happen, we would know where we're at. We've also implemented a lot of cleanings where every day our properties are getting cleaned and also disinfected. And then we're doing periodic electrostatic spraying with a disinfectant.
36 years in biz, and Royal Plus has done this sort of cleanup for the last 20. But what's happening right now is undoubtedly unprecedented.
When you have a flood or a storm or an outbreak, it's usually confined. This is not only the entire United States fighting for the same supplies and the same materials, it's the entire world. It's been very, very difficult, and thank goodness that we prepare. A lot of our tractor trailers have supplies. We've stocked a lot of our locations, which we're moving our supplies around to make sure that we're addressing what we need to. We actually have teams that's all they're doing is focusing on making sure we have the different products that we need to protect everybody.
Unprecedented and, for many, unnerving. But instead of filling up with fear, Matt says it's imperative that we face the facts and fight.
I wouldn't worry. I would just use best practices. It's the flu's out there every year. There's so many viruses that are out there. This one is just more contagious, and we need to make sure that we are using those best practices. If we use those best practices, it'll reduce the risk for you and your family, and that's the most important thing.